Well, we talked a little bit this morning about Thor's party that he had over the weekend. Was it a housewarming party? Do you have a housewarming party if you don't buy the house? If you're just renting?
I think
I was confused about that.
I don't think it was a house.
I didn't think it was either.
It was more just we wanted to have I don't think we've had a show dinner at anyone's house.
Yeah, for a while.
I mean, I don't remember
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
But I knew for a fact that this asshole Sky was going to come with some sort of over-the-top gift. I knew it was going to happen.
What?
So I know, okay, I can't come in empty-handed because I know this asshole.
Doesn't make me an asshole.
She's going to come bearing this huge, welcome to your home. And it's going to be this crazy. I knew it. And apparently there was a big disagreement about the gift.
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 Podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and unfiltered, except for that part.
Looking for the after party with it going.
The show's after show starts now.
Listen, I've known Sky for 25 years.
Yeah.
I've been to several housewarming parties where she comes bearing gifts.
Yeah.
She's that chick. You know, you got to present them with something for their new house.
Yeah.
But I'm like, is this, I don't even know if this is a housewarming party.
Well, here's the thing. Even if it's not an actual housewarming party, if this is the first gathering you've had after you move into a new spot, in my head, housewarming.
They're renters.
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
Yeah.
A housewarming party is for when you buy a house, you have people over to show off the new house.
See, I didn't think so. I thought a housewarming party is whenever you move into a new spot and you want to show off your new spot. I didn't think
renters?
Just for anybody. It's just like, come see our new house.
Yeah,
you know?
okay.
I don't know.
That's a housewarming party because Thor never presented it as a housewarming.
Yeah,
Not
I
at
felt
all.
even weird giving people the tour of the house because I'm like,
Why?
because we don't really own it.
Yeah.
So like saying how
It's
nice
cool.
the property is.
It's
and
cool to
everything
check
is.
it out.
Yeah,
I get that.
Oh, God. That's all I wanted to
boy,
see.
here we go.
You know what I
Her
mean?
and her husband together.
Yeah.
We were already
little much.
We were already
It was a lot. It
brainstorming
was a
about
lot.
the property.
Oh,
Yeah.
Brainstorm?
Oh yeah, we want to know about
ADU here,
Yeah,
ADU
they're
there.
renters.
I'm like,
They're-
I
I
don't
mean,
where are the
they can't-
property
they don't own it.
lines?
They're renters.
Okay.
You can't do that.
There's so
well.
much you could do with this and
Yes,
that.
yes.
Okay.
Lots of ideas. Lots of ideas.
That's wild. Where was your head at with this, Emily?
I kind of, for some reason, did take it as a little bit of a housewarming thing as well.
Okay.
And also, I had known that, like, that Thor's wife was spending a lot of time, putting this together. So I ended up buying her a little gift as well.
Oh,
So
well,
we
housewarming.
wanted to do a housewarming party when we lived in Hamul, but COVID hit. And we couldn't have anybody over, and then we sold the house and moved into a shack for 3 years.
Yeah.
So and obviously we couldn't have anyone over. We could barely fit in there.
Yeah.
So my wife is really big on having people over for dinner.
Oh,
Oh,
So that's one of the
that's
things
fun.
now that we live in a house, we can have people over. It's going to happen
nice.
more.
really?
Nice.
Like we want to have.
I've never seen a human being stressed out more than her, though.
Yeah, it didn't
Like
seem
for somebody
like
that
fun.
he
I
really
think
wants
it was
to cook.
because
Yeah.
it was the first time it was you guys.
Oh, okay.
When it's her aunt or like friends
doesn't
of
care.
ours, it's not as.
She's more
Different
chill.
story.
Yeah, she's more chill and it's not as crazy. But because it was you guys and the first time you were really eating her food, she was very stressed out.
Oh, wow.
Aw.
Wow.
Oh, that's
Very
sweet.
stressed out.
Yeah, so I my head didn't go, this is a housewarming party, but I know Sky.
Yeah.
I knew for a fact you were going to come in with some over-the-top gift. And
Over-the-top.
I've seen you do it. I've seen it.
Oh, I don't think.
And
well,
so I went, all right, well, we got to come up with something here.
Yeah.
So I had a very busy day on Saturday with baseball, doing all kinds of shit. So I said, all right, Deborah, when you're out and about, pick up a nice bottle of wine. And I specifically said, nice.
Yeah.
Don't buy your $2 Chuck that
Yeah.
you drink.
Yeah.
Get a nice bottle of wine to
Right.
give, as a whatever.
Yeah.
Call it a housewarming
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I know Sky's coming with something. We can't show up empty-handed. We're bringing our dip and all that stuff, but you got to have an additional thing
Yes.
as
Yeah.
well. So I said, pick up a nice bottle of wine. And she goes, okay, no problem. So her and my daughter Taylor were out and about during the day, and she texts me, all right, got the wine. We're good to go.
Oh.
Okay, cool.
Perfect.
So I get home. Again, I'm rushing to get home. I have to shower up, clean up, and then get the fuck out of there. And I'm stressed because I hate being late.
Oh.
for
You don't want to be
Yeah.
late.
even though
yeah,
even though you say, hey, we're coming over around 5 hours,
Yeah, whatever.
it's still, you know how I am.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I'm stressed. I'm like going 100 miles per hour on the freeway because I want to get there.
I
You
get
didn't
it.
need to.
I didn't need to at all.
No.
I got there at 5:21.
Okay.
Like, I mean, it was so stupid.
I
And
mean,
you seemed out of breath.
I was legitimately sweating.
Frantic.
Like sweating.
A little frantic.
I was
Well,
frantic.
frantic. I
Well,
mean,
then
I was surprised you were there that early. to be
I
honest with you.
had
was
to
kind of
deal
taken
with
back.
something, for my little league, and so I couldn't figure it out.
Oh, no.
So there was a lot going
I was
on.
kind of taken
no.
back when he was there that early.
I was getting
like,
pissed.
oh, you're here early.
I thought he
Early?
wouldn't be there like closer to 6.
Yeah.
Because I was supposed to be there at 5, and I didn't even get there till like 5:15. So
rolling
when-
So
Rolling in
I got
late.
there like 5 minutes after
That's
you.
it.
Yeah,
Yes,
Sky
yes.
was
I didn't
rolling in
think
late.
so. Oh.
yeah, and you were fashionably late. Don't just say
You
late.
can't be the first of the party. huh?
I can never be the first there. It's too awkward.
This isn't high
for
school.
me.
No,
it's
this
too
isn't
awkward
the
way that
for
it
me.
is.
Stop it.
So anyway, as I'm rushing around, getting dressed and all that stuff. I go to get all of my dip stuff, put it all in the bag. So I put all my shit in there, and I go, "Where's the wine?" And Deborah went and grabbed it and gave it to me, and I paused and I went, "What the fuck is this?"
What?
I looked down, and the wine, first of all, looks like grape juice.
Oh,
So I know this is
So-
like shit wine.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
And then I look at the label, and I
Yeah.
know what's going on.
What?
The label had like a fucking rooster or something on it.
Oh no.
And I went, "Oh man, you bought this shit wine just because it has a rooster on it, and Haley likes chickens and roosters."
Did your daughter pick it out?
I don't think
they were
so.
together.
Maybe
They were
maybe.
together.
I know. And then Haley and Taylor had this
the
chicken
chicken thing.
connection.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, you bought fucking shit wine, grape juice wine,
Grape juice wine.
as the gift. And now I look like an asshole.
That's funny you say that. I noticed that bottle the minute that
Yes.
that I saw. I didn't see.
It's
I didn't,
obnoxious.
I didn't know you guys brought it, but
Yeah.
I saw it sitting there. I was like, huh.
Yeah.
That's a.
What
I
the
mean,
fuck
I
is
know,
this?
I know my wines. I like my wines. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what is that? I've never seen that
Right, 'cause
before.
it's
it looked
stupid.
off. I was like, is it wine? Is it something else?
Yeah. It
Grape
was.
juice.
Wow. Yeah.
So I wasn't happy about our gift, our
Wow.
presenting
Oh,
the
no.
gift.
Oh,
So I had
no.
nothing to do with it. I was like, you got to give that to Haley. I'm not
Whoa.
giving that to her. Like, that's embarrassing, man. So that was my contribution. So what did you end up doing, Emily?
So I ended up, since I brought the big charcuterie board, I was in the charcuterie headspace, and I know
Did
Haley.
you have that board? That
Yeah.
thing was massive.
Yeah.
You just have that for
I had that.
entertaining?
My sister gave it to me for Christmas a couple years ago, and it's this giant wood
Yeah.
board.
It's huge.
Huge.
She was walking around Lemon Grove and she found one in the dumpster and just like, oh, this would be great for
I didn't
for-
know.
where-
You know how
no
many
way.
trolls she probably beat with
Oh
that thing?
yeah.
I've
Oh, I
never
thought that,
beat
I
a
swear there
troll.
was blood on it.
You can
Wow.
fucking
I
whack
swear
some
there was blood
toes
on
it.
with that thing.
I've
Right
never beat a
upside
troll.
the head.
And there's nothing wrong with Lemon Grove, but I live in La Mesa. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I bought Haley, a gift for Haley. It was a charcuterie board set with like little bowls and little dishes and forks and knives and little flags that you could put on your cheese and stuff. So it was a little charcuterie board set, accessories.
But did you take the board back?
The board was mine. Yeah. The board's
And
mine.
then the little accoutrement things?
Those were all mine that I already own.
Oh,
I gave
a separate thing.
Separate thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
a separate
okay,
thing.
okay.
A separate thing.
So
That's
when
nice.
she makes a shark.
Yeah, next time she does.
If she makes
when
it.
she has people over, I know she likes her little meats and cheeses. I hear about.
Is that right?
Uh-huh.
Is that right?
So
Okay,
that was
little
my- that was-
charcuterie set. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's asshole over here.
It doesn't make me an
Yeah, that's
asshole. It
asshole.
doesn't make me
What,
an
what, do,
asshole.
what do we got going on here?
Well, the plan was,
Here's your gold-plated ladle.
okay, there's no gold ladles. So the plan was, because we were all talking, if you followed the podcast last week, about appetizers, Haley's freaking out, desserts, blah, blah. So
Don't get me started on your desserts.
I got put on dessert. Okay.
Oh my God.
I got put on dessert. And I didn't really know what I was going to get, but I knew I was going to go to the bakery section of the store and, find something lovely. But Thor had mentioned no less than 3 times that he's extremely concerned that I will not be bringing enough
Can anyone
dessert.
blame me?
Yeah.
I mean,
Can
he
anyone
said it
blame me?
3 different times.
Can anyone blame me?
like legit.
If
he's
anyone would
losing
bring
sleep.
less dessert, it would be Sky, right?
You know how important dessert is to this man.
Yeah.
So I understand it. I understand it.
So
The only thing that she had going for her, Thor, was that the Boo was probably going to be involved. And there's only one guy that loves dessert more than you.
The Boo.
That's that man.
That is true.
Seriously.
Like he was fucking staring down that cake.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
Like he wanted to make love to it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
at one point I pointed it out. I think it was you, Emily, or somebody. I go, look at the Boo's face right now.
Oh, yeah.
He's never looked lovingly more at anything
Yeah.
in his life.
Remember that scene in Wolf of Wall Street where Jonah Hill is all fucked up on drugs and he just starts jerking off in the middle of the party at Margot Robbie? That was the Boo with that
Yeah.
cake.
Yeah.
oh my God.
As you have
Pants
shared that.
down, middle of the party, looking at the cake.
I think he was tearing up at one time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, guy was happy.
This doesn't. None of this surprises me.
Uh-huh.
So I'm in the Vaughn's bakery section, and I'm looking, and I'm all over the place. First, I grab a thing of cookies, then I grab a thing of brownies, and then I go, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, we're sitting down, we're gonna have plates and forks. Like, people are probably going to have that on Super Bowl Sunday. So then I start going to the cake realm, and then I'm looking at cupcakes, but then I'm like, these fuckers hate cupcakes. And so
I don't know that we're fuckers.
well, that's what I
Call us
thought in my head
fuckers.
because I love cupcakes and I
I
really
don't-
wanted to
I
buy
I don't
them.
hate
but,
cupcakes.
well,
but
there's been
I'm whatever about
discussions
cupcakes.
where people are like,
Okay.
we're whatever about cupcakes.
You don't like a lot of the frosting. You said.
Yeah, I like homemade cupcakes.
Yeah.
You think she would have made some desserts?
Little
You
funfetti.
who we're talking about.
I mean, yeah,
Vons?
thank you, Eddie.
Why don't you just go to Nothing Bun Cake and get a giant Nothing Bun Cake? Everybody likes that.
So I'm Yvonne, so I decide to do a cheesecake sampler platter that has like 12 slices of cheesecake. And then I get in my head, what if people don't like cheesecake?
Deborah doesn't like cheesecake.
What if there's people who don't like cheesecake?
That's sort of been a
And-
massive fail.
So
Yeah.
then, in addition to that, I bought a cake sampler platter that had like
So you went
eight,
double the cake?
8 pieces. So we got cheesecake, and those
I would
for
have
who
done the
don't like
cheesecake and a thing of cookies.
regular cake.
Why go
That's what I
double
was thinking.
cake?
Well, because once I feel like cheesecake and regular cake are two different
Oh,
worlds.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
what a
Like,
mistake.
yeah. So that's what I did, and there was a lot of dessert. But while I was there, I was supposed to buy something else, and that was a bouquet of flowers to bring to
See what I
the
mean? What an
host
asshole.
and
A
hostess.
bouquet of flowers.
A bouquet of flowers.
Like,
But
what the fuck?
but I forgot them because I was so neurotic about the desserts and freaking out about the cake.
It's a cake.
And so, thank you. And so the next day, I realized, oh shit, forgot to buy flowers.
Yes.
I got to run to the store
Empty-handed.
real
Oh,
quick.
come
I'm not
on.
going to show up empty-handed. You know I'm not going to do that. So I say to the boo, I go, oh my God, I got to run go get flowers because I forgot to get them at the store the other day. And he goes, you can't bring them flowers. Like, he's fucking disgusted face. Like, I just said to him, hey, I got to go pick up a bag of shit to bring him. Like, that was
Pretty much.
That was his face. That was his,
I agree with him.
and I go, what's wrong with flowers? I like flowers. Flowers are nice. And he goes, oh, so then when they're entertaining people, welcoming everybody in, they got to stop down. They got to find a vase. Then they got to cut the stems all fresh. And where are they going to put it? There's nowhere to put it because there's food everywhere. Like, he's like the infomercial guy who can't figure out how to climb a ladder and you're trying to sell me some new step stool or something. Like, he's so dramatic about how I would be the
Don't blame him.
biggest asshole if I were to bring a beautiful bouquet of flowers.
No, I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
Flowers are gorgeous.
I actually agree with him too.
I'm
'Cause
not.
as a hostess-
Nobody's saying flowers aren't gorgeous.
No,
Yeah.
I love flowers. Like,
Yes.
yeah, but
But that's not a housewarming gift. And what his reasoning is kind of right.
yeah, because if I'm hosting and somebody does that now, I like literally in the middle, and you have to trim them to make sure they fit in the vase. You're getting water out. You gotta
We
find
already
the
have
vase.
flowers. We literally just talked about the other day that I bought her flowers. I don't know if you guys remember that.
Wow.
no, I don't.
Oh, go ahead, Scott.
Yeah,
Sorry.
well, and then he started going on about, well, and then Haley's going to be stressing out, and then she's going to put him on the counter, but she's going to feel like an asshole not putting him in a vase, and then she's going to have to stop down
No,
and
he's
put him in
right.
the vase,
He's right.
and blah, blah, blah. Like, am I a piece of shit?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
like I wanted to buy them flowers. I thought that was nice.
So what'd you go with instead?
So he said, everybody knows that the proper housewarming gift is a lovely plant.
Yeah, he's right.
And I said,
Yeah, I was gonna go
"Fucking
plant. I didn't.
Yeah.
Thank you, Martha Stewart. Thank you for your etiquette lesson here.
I thought in my head that everybody was going to go plant, so I wanted to do something different and do the wine.
And
Yeah.
do the wine.
Yeah.
That's everybody was going to
yes,
go
you
plant.
and the boo knows.
Everybody's gonna plant right
It's very
Everybody.
common.
I mean, it's the most
So I was
the most common thing
pissed
to
off,
bring for a housewarming party.
So
It's not really a housewarming
So
party.
No.
he shamed me out of the flowers,
Thank God.
made me feel like a piece of shit, and then I bought a plant and brought a plant,
Okay.
which I thought
I got a bone to pick with everybody here.
What's the problem?
First of all, these were all gifts for my wife. First of all, I don't drink,
Oh.
so you
probably
didn't have,
you could
didn't
probably
have
drink this
to go.
wine. This wine,
you
I
didn't
doubt there's
have-
any alcohol in it.
You didn't
so
have to
shitty.
go wine.
It's so shitty.
I would have liked a 12-pack of bubbly. That would have been nice.
Can you imagine?
As your gift?
I show up.
I mean, I
at
don't drink.
If I show up to this faux housewarming
Yes,
party
yes.
and go, here's my housewarming gift to you.
Yes.
It's a case of bubbly.
Oh, Eddie,
yeah.
this is great, dude. I love this flavor.
What the fuck?
And then
I
what
love
the
this
fuck am I
flavor.
going to do with the charcuterie board?
Well, I mean, you're gonna benefit
What the
from it.
fuck am I going to do?
You're gonna-
I'm
It's
not a
entertaining.
charcuterie gourd
yeah,
guy.
Yeah, but you're an entertaining guy.
What do I give a fuck about a charcuterie board? And then a plant?
it's beautiful. It's like a lily thing. They
I'm
going to
put it outside and have Walters take a piss on it.
You
oh
can
my
plant.
God. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you're so mean.
I mean, jeez.
Wow.
And it's not even a housewarming party.